The story of Nico Rosberg. If you like F1, you've most likely heard of Nico Rosberg, the man who took on the Formula 1 world and emerged victorious. He's a driver who never backed down from a challenge, always to push himself to be the best. Today we're going to take a deep dive into Rosberg's remarkable career, exploring the highs and lows, the triumphs and setbacks, from his childhood to his championship-winning season at Mercedes. We will look at how Rosberg managed to outwit and outdrive some of the greatest names in the sport. We will examine the factors that made him such a formidable competitor. So, buckle up and get ready for a wild ride through the world of Formula 1 as we explore the incredible story of Nico Rosberg. Nico Rosberg's upbringing was a unique blend of exposure to the world of motorsports and a well-rounded approach to life. Nico was born in 1985 on the 27th of June in Germany, into a family with a strong connection to racing. His father's success in Formula 1 was a major influence on his career choice. However, his parents encouraged him to pursue other interests outside of racing, such as music, art and languages, which helped him develop a wider perspective and a deeper appreciation for the world. Growing up in Monaco, Nico was surrounded by the sights and sounds of racing, and it wasn't long before he began to pursue a career in karting. With his father's support and guidance, he quickly rose through the ranks of junior racing, facing numerous challenges and setbacks along the way. But his upbringing had instilled in him a strong work ethic and a never-say-die attitude, which helped him overcome these obstacles and become a better driver. One of the most important lessons that Nico learned from his upbringing was the importance of discipline and focus. His parents taught him to be organized and methodical in his approach to racing. This attention to detail paid off in his later years. He was also taught the value of determination and perseverance, which helped him keep pushing himself even in the face of adversity. Looking back on his upbringing, Nico said that it was the perfect preparation for a life in racing. The unique combination of exposure to motorsports and a well-rounded approach to life gave him the skills and perspective he needed to succeed in the sport. And with his father's guidance and support, he was able to navigate the complex world of racing and carve out a successful career for himself. In the end, Nico Rosberg's upbringing was a key factor in his success as a driver. It taught him the importance of discipline, focus and determination, gave him the skills he needed to thrive in a competitive and challenging environment. And while his racing career may be over, the lessons he learned from his upbringing will stay for him for the rest of his life. Nico Rosberg's upbringing had a profound impact on who he became as a person and a driver. From his well-rounded education to his family's passion for sustainability and his dad's strict discipline. All these factors contributed to his success on and off the track. Nico's story serves as a reminder that our upbringing plays a significant role in shaping our lives and achieving our goals. So, let's take a cue from Nico and strive for excellence, both in our personal and professional lives. Nico Rosberg's journey to Formula 1 was not an easy one, but it was one filled with determination, perseverance and a burning passion for motorsport. From a young age, Nico was immersed in the world of racing, with his father Keke Rosberg, a former Formula 1 world champion, introducing him to the sport. Growing up in a family of racers, it was no surprise that Nico would follow in his father's footsteps. At the age of 6, he began karting and quickly developed a talent for the sport. By the time he was a teenager, he was already competing at the highest level, winning numerous national and international titles. Despite his success in karting, Nico faced numerous obstacles on his way to Formula 1. One of the biggest challenges was securing the necessary funding to finance his racing career. Racing at the highest level is expensive, and without the support of sponsors and investors, it can be almost impossible to progress. To overcome this challenge, Nico turned to his family for support. With his father's guidance, he was able to secure the necessary funding to move up the ranks of a single-seater racing. He began competing in the German Formula BMW Championship, where he showed promise early on but struggled to find consistent success. Undeterred, Nico kept pushing himself to improve and eventually caught the eye of the Williams F1 team. His Formula 1 debut in 2006 was a defining moment for the young driver, and it set the tone for what would become a highly successful career in the world of motorsports. Rosberg made his debut with the Williams team in Bahrain, and he arrived at the circuit with a lot of hype surrounding his entry. He had already proven himself in karting and in lower Formula E, and the F1 world was eager to see how he would fare against the best drivers in the world. Rosberg was only 20 years old at the time, making him one of the youngest drivers ever to compete in Formula 1. However, he showed no signs of nervousness or inexperience when he took to the track for his first practice session. He quickly found his rhythm and was soon setting competitive lap times, much to the surprise of many in the paddock. During qualifying, Rosberg showed that he was a force to be reckoned with, as he managed to out-qualify his more experienced teammate, Mark Webber. He secured 7th place on the grid, and a remarkable achievement for a rookie driver. The race itself was a tough one, with high temperatures and tricky conditions on the Bahrain circuit. However, Rosberg showed his grit and determination, battling hard throughout the race and ultimately crossing the finish line in 7th place. This was an impressive result for a rookie, and it earned him his first points in Formula 1. Rosberg's performance in his debut race was a sign of things to come. He went on to become a regular point scorer over the course of the season, and he showed that he had the potential to be a future world champion. Looking back, Rosberg's debut race was a defining moment in his career. It showed that he had talent, the dedication and the mental strength to succeed at the highest level of motorsport, and it was just the beginning of what would become a truly remarkable career in Formula 1. After his debut year, Rosberg continued to impress with Williams. He consistently finished in the points, showing that he had the pace and the consistency to compete at the highest level. In 2008, Rosberg's results improved even further, with 2 podium finishes and a 13th place in the championship. In 2010, Rosberg made the move to Mercedes, where he would spend the next 6 seasons. The first few years were difficult as the team struggled to compete with the likes of Red Bull and Ferrari. In 2012, for example, Rosberg suffered from a string of retirements due to technical problems with his car. Despite this setback, he remained focused and determined, and managed to score a podium finish in the final race of the season. In 2013, Rosberg had another tough year, finishing the season in 6th place in the championship standings. However, he showed his fighting spirit by scoring a sensational pole position at the Monaco Grand Prix, and finishing on the podium in several other races. But in 2014, everything changed. The team introduced a new engine and car, which proved to be the class of the field. Rosberg's performances in 2014 were strong, but he was ultimately overshadowed by his teammate, Lewis Hamilton, who won his 2nd championship. The pattern repeated itself in 2015, with Hamilton winning his 3rd championship. Rosberg finished as the runner-up. But in 2016, Rosberg was determined to finally beat Hamilton, win the championship for himself. He started the season strongly, winning the first 4 races and building a sizable points lead over his teammate. Despite facing intense pressure from Hamilton, Rosberg remained focused and consistent, scoring points in every race of the season. One of the key moments in Rosberg's championship campaign came at the Malaysian Grand Prix, where Hamilton had an engine failure. While Hamilton was forced to retire from the race, Rosberg managed to nurse his car home to a 3rd place. This result allowed him to maintain his points lead over Hamilton, and it proved to be a crucial moment in the season. Over the final few races of the season, Rosberg continued to score consistently, while Hamilton suffered a few setbacks that put the championship into contention. In the end, Rosberg clinched the championship at the final race of the season in Abu Dhabi, finishing 2nd behind Hamilton. Rosberg's victory in 2016 was a remarkable achievement, and was a testament to his talent, dedication and mental strength. He had finally managed to beat Hamilton and win the championship for himself, and he had cemented his place in the annals of the motorsport history. But Rosberg's journey to becoming a champion was far from easy. He faced numerous challenges along the way, including technical issues with his car, fierce competition from his rivals and a few controversial incidents on the track. Throughout his career, Rosberg demonstrated his ability to bounce back from setbacks and never give up. He was a driver who always pushed himself to the limit and who never settled for anything less than his best. After winning the Formula 1 World Championship in 2016, Nico Rosberg shocked the racing world by announcing his retirement from the sport. Many were left wondering what he would do next, but Nico had a clear plan in mind. He decided to focus on his family, spending time with his wife and 2 children, and also became an investor and entrepreneur. Nico's retirement from Formula 1 marked the end of one chapter in his life, but the beginning of a new one where he would continue to make a positive impact on the world. But Nico Rosberg didn't just disappear from the racing world. Instead, he took on new roles, including becoming a commentator for F1 races. His insights and expertise brought a fresh perspective to the commentary box and allowed fans to hear about the sport from a champion's point of view. But Nico didn't stop there. He also launched his own YouTube channel, where he shares behind-the-scenes footage of his life and his opinion on the latest F1 news. He even interviewed some of his former rivals and teammates, providing fans with a unique perspective on the personalities behind the helmets. In addition to his media work, Nico continued to be involved in the F1 world through his role as a team owner in the Extreme E electric off-road racing series. The series is aimed at raising awareness about climate change and features teams competing in remote locations around the world. Despite retiring from racing, Nico's passion for the sport and his commitment to sustainability have continued to shine through. His post-F1 career has shown that there is life after racing and that there are many different ways to make a positive impact on the world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, remember to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content very soon. Check out these videos that YouTube thinks you'll like.